Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys Secret Base figure preview video. Now before we begin, I have to say a massive thank you to Ryan Kirkwood for going out in person and getting these gorgeous high-res pics. Show Ryan some love because without him, this series literally wouldn't be possible. Also, if you're looking to pre-order your very own quarter-scale Batman, he is up right now with toyswonderland.com. Link for that is down in the description below. They have 12-month installment plans and an awesome reward system. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Justin, haven't we already seen a quarter-scale Dark Knight suit Batman from Hot Toys previously? And yes, you're absolutely right. But I'm here to tell you that I personally don't treat this as a reissue. I kinda see this more as a 2.0. Why, might you ask? Well, we'll get to that throughout the course of the video, but they've taken away a few things from the original, and they've also given you some new stuff here with this 2.0. Now, for me personally, this is not one that I was hankering for. I don't know if those of you out there were hankering for a quarter-scale Batman. I do regard this as one of Hot Toys' very best quarter-scale figures. In fact, it might even be their best Batman ever produced. Yeah, it is that darn good. If you don't believe me, go ahead and check out Dean Knight's reviews on his one. He's done a bunch of awesome content, and he showcases the heck out of what you can do with this release. I also saw something quite hilarious, but that rang very true with me on Instagram. It was by a customizer who goes by OT Customs. He said that if you collect Hot Toys for long enough, it kind of eventually feels that you're getting stuff multiple years in advance because you've already picked up the original, then they do a reissue or a remake, and you still have the original, so it kind of seems like you're getting the early scoop. I know that's not what's happening, but I thought that was rather hilarious, because Hot Toys kind of nowadays does have a track record of kind of reinventing the same figures over and over again. I was hoping for potentially a Bane in quarter scale, maybe a Catwoman, maybe even a Ra's al Ghul. That would have been an awesome addition, but unfortunately, we didn't get that. Maybe we'll in the future, who knows? Now with this Batman, you're getting the same array of accessories, including the awesome LED sonar head sculpt. All of the mouth plates look identical here. The only thing that's new is the paint process. Because this is a figure produced in 2022 to 2023, even if they wanted to, they no longer are able to make this thing look identical to the way it looked back when the original came out, because their paint process has changed. So that definitely is one key upgrade. You also do get access to the empty cowl, which comes with the special edition. I don't know if I'd ever display my Batman holding the cowl, but options are great. So, you know, why not chuck it in the box? I appreciate that Hot Toys have done that. Again, I'm not sure that I would use it. Do let me know what you think down in the comments below. But one key addition that I absolutely love is the bust. For so many years, collectors have been getting awesome unmasked head sculpts and then literally just keeping it in the box, never to see the light of day again. This idea of including a bust with the same awesome attention to detail and paint applications as the piece itself, just on a much smaller scale, because it's just a tiny piece of the suit, is a genius way of displaying a head sculpt that you'd otherwise pretty much just not use at all. And this Bruce Wayne head sculpt was amazing when we saw it originally, and it's equally as amazing now, if not slightly better, with the new and improved paint application process. This head sculpt, I feel, is so good that it rivals what we got from Queen Studios and Prime 1. And because this is such a large-scale piece, it kind of fits into that articulated statue realm. And then when they add the bust, which is something that other companies like Prime 1 already do, yeah, that's just icing on the cake. We've seen one now for Venom, one for Batman, so hopefully we see a bunch more going forward. Another new addition is this gorgeous base. I cannot stress enough how happy I am that they've made something that is so aesthetically pleasing, but so very Batman at the same time. It's a gargoyle, of course, or a falcon's head if you want to be more specific, but it fits into that universe. I'm a huge fan of diorama bases, you all know that about me, but this one takes it to the next level. It's double-sided. One side, you have the falcon head, so Batman can be perched on top. You do have the Batman symbol up on top, and then you do have the translucent or clear acrylic rod holding Batman himself. So he's not just freestanding, there is something supporting him. Whereas on the other side, you have the Batman nameplate, a head of Ra's al Ghul from Batman Begins. Then you have the Joker in the middle and Bane on the other side. So you have one villain head per movie. I love this. This is an absolutely massive upgrade over the base that we got with the original, which kind of was this rocky sort of base with a little bit of scaffolding, kind of meant to replicate the rubble after the explosions in the movie, but either way, I much prefer this base. And then we get to Batman himself, the main event, of course. This looks almost identical to the original, including the absolutely horrid cape. Hot Toys, you're doing it wrong. Take a look at what Unreal Customs and Jackson Jew are doing in the cape world, because they are taking you to school. And it's not hard. All you have to do is use a movie-accurate material, being a black velvet. It was a very thin and light parachute nylon that they flocked for the movie. But the easiest way to replicate that is literally just to use black velvet. It drapes better, it looks better, it's more accurate. It's doing a disservice to this figure not to give it an accurate cape. So the first thing that I will be doing is immediately contacting one of those two aforementioned cape makers to sort this out, because this is just not good enough. As for the rest of him though, yeah, he looks fantastic. The original did as well. The body proportions are great. The suit is full fabric with the armor pads glued over the top, just like the real suit was for the movie. So that means you're getting a ton of posability and flexibility without really having to worry about creasing when it comes to poses. Yes, those armor plates can still get a little bit disjointed and move around, but it absolutely, to me at least, isn't the biggest deal in the world. It's still a very sturdy suit. I've had no issues at all with mine over the years. He's been in dynamic poses, he's been in more simple poses. Right now, I'm literally looking at him while filming this video. I still to this day think he looks just as good as when I got him out of the box. Now, I am picking up this remake. Why, you might be asking? Well, now I have the opportunity to display one potentially as a Dark Knight Rises Batman in, a bit more of a fighting stance, and one maybe perched on top of the building with the Hong Kong scene backpack on and maybe the sonar head, or one with the unmasked head sculpt. The potential of having two of these now and the display opportunities are endless. And he does come with a massive array of accessories. Plus, you now have the benefit of choosing your perfect preferred scale for a Dark Knight Batman. You've got the DX19 Batman, and you also have the QS19 Batman. So you literally can choose whichever scale you want. But I personally, if I had to pick between the two, I would go with this one. I mean, just look at that head sculpt. That right there is the pièce de résistance, if the Christian Bale one wasn't already. That mouthplate is spot on. Plus, you have 3 of them to choose from. The eyes can move, the head sculpt is magnetic, and this figure is fully articulated. I mean, yes, of course he is. He's a Hot Toys figure, but the reason I mention that is because this is the best of both worlds when it comes to statue collecting. I have seen 3 Christian Bale Dark Knight Batman statues, all in 1/3 scale granted, but their poses have almost been identical. Prime 1 Queen Studios, and J&D are all making this guy, and their pose is literally just him standing straight up and down. If you want a figure that can do that, yeah, this is it. But if you do want something that can go a step further than those pieces and still be very big and impressive and have a presence in your display, then this is it. It literally is the best of both worlds. Plus, he is wearing a full fabric suit, unlike those statues, so it's even more authentic to the real screen-used item. Honestly, I love this piece. I loved him originally, I love him now. The addition of the bust is awesome. That is something that I hope they seriously consider doing whenever they give us figures with alternate head sculpts that they know we're not very likely to display them with. An Iron Man figure potentially with a bust? Awesome. Maybe even throw in a light-up effect. I would love to see it. Or even a Captain America. But starting off with Venom and Batman, a very wise choice. And now that I think they've seen all of the positive buzz around it, yeah, that is something that they should keep their eye on. Now, if you are looking to pre-order this Batman, he is available from toyswonderland.com. Link for that is down in the description below. They have 12-month installment plans and an awesome reward system. While you're down there, check out the link to 6 Scale Network, the Facebook group. Come along, chat figures, share photos of your collection, see what's coming up next on the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.